We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover.
The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up
with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40.
A carry now for McKissick. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
The ball carrier.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 41. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid.
Looking to throw, Haskins. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Haskins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And that'll set him back 5. Now they face a 3rd and 15 here following the delay of game. Here's Haskins out of the gun. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
first carry now for Tony Pollard. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. Prescott from the gun. Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down now, Pollard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Touchdown.
Tony Pollard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
But earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks, because then the defense has the advantage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Haskins. He gets it to Sims, complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And a catch made by Dontrell Inman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Here's McKissick. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Haskins. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here, 3rd and long after that last sack.
41 the mark, 41 the mark. Check.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards the pickup, 1st down Washington.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run with McKissick. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
41's coming, 41 the mark. Hey, Mike, 41, let's go.
From the 41, Haskins. He'll air it out deep for... And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Barber. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Peyton Barber, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
The game at 7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
It was Jonathan Bostic there on the stop.
Brought down at the
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005.
And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
At the 42-yard
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Now it's Haskins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Jalen Smith tied for 6th in the NFL in tackles last year, and on the stop there.
At the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins connects here with a tight end, Jeremy Sprinkle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
41 Mike.
Now Haskins. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Third down, it's Prescott. And Wilson has it. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Prescott now from the 50. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 28. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Elliott going to bite off about 7 on that one. A good run on first down.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, Pollard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
First down, and it's Pollard again. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On second down now, Pollard. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 19-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Dallas.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, Prescott. This to Jarwin. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Again, it's Elliott. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive in the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
5-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Haskins. That's complete to his tight end, Sprinkle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Haskins looking for Inman deep. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
It's now
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
2nd and 20. Operating from the gun, Haskins. It's hauled in here by Edmond. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So that'll back him up 5. Delay of game penalty ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. Haskins back to the air. Escaping, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Randy Gregory drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Back now at FedEx Field. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Pulled in at the 24. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
The Cowboy ball carrier.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First down, Cowboys.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first down carry by Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 39-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And it's third down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
They'll run on first down. Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made by Chase Young. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches, but it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
A second down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
And Zerline's kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Takes over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
The 41-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And they'll run on the inside handoff. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
4-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here we go with Haskins. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Throwing now is Haskins. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they pick up the 1st down there with a gain of 4. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Now it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 37. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Martin, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Haskins to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. First throw of overtime for Haskins. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts. And it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face. Good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out. And making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Let's get that one.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. Looking for Inman deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Man, it's good to see you out there, baby.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Push him back. Push him back. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
10th carry now for Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
From the gun, Haskins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
One set. One set. Here we go. Watch 7. Run.
Operating from the gun, Haskins. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
I think probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
Here's Tressway now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown.
Washington.
Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So for Washington, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you